And then, David, how many grandchildren do you have?
I only
We
have
have,
one.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, which Dave?
I've, al- I've got five and one great grandchild and another great grandchild on the way. So,
Okay. Oh, wow. So you're a great grandfather.
yes, indeed.
Well, very good. That's impressive.
Oh, very.
Speaking of old things,
David, does that mean
the
you knew Napoleon himself?
The emperor scolded me many times and pulled on my earlobe.
Hey,
speaking of old things, this week was 50 years ago. D&D's first box set came out in 1974.
wow. I think I still have the one that we got, and I think I've got the horrible little dice that came with it. There was a little yellow four-sided die and a sort of off bluish color, maybe eight-sided
Is it
die
a
or something like
three-volume
that.
box set that you got?
Um, I don't know if it was all three volumes. No, let's see. It had
Or
like
did you get the basic set?
I might have got the basic set.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Those original 3 volumes in the wood grain box are worth some serious change.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've got a copy of the old chainmail rules, which were the
See, we
forerunner.
played chainmail as well. We played that on the sandbox that my buddy had.
Yeah, I got chainmail rules as well because there for a while that was you would use that for combat stuff. For
I liked melee and wizard better.
yeah, I don't know if we used. Well, I know we used melee, but I don't know that we did. We used wizard.
Wizard was cool.
Yeah.
Steve Jackson made a really snappy game.
Well, I liked a lot of the Steve Jackson games. I mean, he was Nuclear War. I think that was a Steve Jackson game, and Ogre. I think that was a Steve Jackson game. So.
Illuminati's fun.
Illuminati, yes, that was a great game. That was a really fun one.
Played that one in the mid '80s.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, in fact, I'd watched something. There was a little documentary on YouTube talking about D&D, talking about chainmail, and kind of how chainmail, and then I guess was it Blackmore or Broadmoor was sort of the role playing thing that kind of got spun off. Gary Gygax.
Was that Arnon's and stuff?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was some group of like people that were miniature players or whatever else up in the Minnesota, Michigan area, somewhere like that.
Yeah, I think it was Minnesota.
Blackmore and Greyhawk were like the two.
Greyhawk.
That's what it was. Yeah. Yeah, those were
that hit
fun.
me just right. I was about, I was 7, 8, 9, 10 through that era when that stuff started coming out, and it definitely hooked me.
Yeah, I don't know that we got into that until I had an older brother who's about 2 years older than me. I think he started playing D&D first, and then I started to as well. And then we played all kinds of other different little games. So
when I was in junior high, I used to run a high school group. It was kind of fun to be the little guy, dungeon mastering for older guys. It was fun.
Well, we had a war game club at the high school, and I think we had a D&D club at the high school as well. And so that was fun.
New ELAU came out just in the last couple of days, as I understand. Some friends of mine had ordered it and are playing it.
The one from New England Simulations?
Yeah, Winged Victory or something like that.
Yeah, Winter's Victory. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. No, yeah, that that one I want to say
Data analysis shows too many variables.
Do you know if it's like the same scale or is it a different scale?
It is battalion level. And so the scale is very similar. The rules that it's using are from, what's it called? Wellington's Victory. And so they, but I think it's an improved version of Wellington's Victory.
NES stuff usually has a pretty sweet graphics.
Yeah, no, and the counters and the components, everything else looks fantastic. He for a number of years, he'd been bringing a prototype to the convention there at Consim,
Hmm.
and so for easily the last 5 years or more, he's had this. He'd set up the game, and he'd play it, or he'd be doing something with a couple other people, and you'd walk by and you'd look at it, and it's absolutely gorgeous, as far as the map and the counters and everything else. And then the other one that's coming out is the one from Sound of Drums. That's their ALAU. That's also battalion level, but I think the rule system is supposed to be a little bit simpler, not quite as crunchy as Wellington's Victory.
Where do you think Wellington's Victory on the La Bataille scale?
I think I only played Wellington's Victory once, back in the 80s or something like that. I think I had a friend who had Wellington's Victory, and there were some, I can't remember what issues we had with it, but I don't know if I don't recall ever playing it again.
Okay.
So I don't know precisely what may or may not have.
Weren't people disturbed by the skirmisher rules in that system?
Yeah, it did have a lot of stuff with the skirmishers that was kind of broken, for want of a better word. So I think that's what had frustrated a great many people over the years. So, but I think that with the rules that they're doing with Winter's Victory, I think they cleared up a whole bunch of those issues. And so as a result, it shouldn't be as problematic. But I'm not sure.
We played Wellington's Victory a lot. There were rules that said, like, the formed units were incredibly vulnerable to firepower, and the skirmish units were extremely flexible. The formed units could block skirmishers from entering their zone of control. So there ended up being a lot of playing for where is the line of sight slope break. And the formed units would set up where they couldn't be seen, but their zones of control would block the skirmishers away from them. And then you kind of do these slow advances. There was a lot of that type.
Hey guys.
Hey Robert, glad that you can make it.
Yes, the one thing is I've kind of had a meltdown with the department. One of the faculty members is seriously ill, so I need to probably take another phone call because I got to get maybe even long-term some people in. So
okay, are you going to be able to join us this evening, or should we either carry on or reschedule for next week?
No, we can. As long as you just give me the grace of another phone call.
Oh yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay, well, I'm waiting to hear back from the individual. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's no fun when that happens, but.
No, this is really, I haven't had to deal with something like this before, so.
Well, hopefully everything turns out okay for your colleague.
Yes. Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah.
Really do. It's 6 courses though.
Oh my gosh.
So.
Yeah, that's a lot to try to figure out how to cover, right? And you guys just started what, last week?
Yes.
Yeah. So that would be a challenge to try to plug all the gaps.
Yes. Yeah. So it's and this just got all laid on me at 5 o'clock. So.
Well, there's an old saying: when it rains, it pours.
I guess so.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. I just got here. Traffic coming down from Pasadena was a pain in the neck. So I just got in a few minutes ago. So we'll see. I think everybody's in the Vassal game. So there was one thing that I had noticed. It looks like there was a Austrian unit that hadn't gotten rolled for disorder. It looked like there was a leader on top of it, and maybe we didn't see the disorder. They're here, kind of, I guess, a few hexes to the left of Holubitz.
Okay, well, let's do a roll and see.
Yeah, I figured take care of it now.
Here's a roll.
Survey says,
53. Yeah,
and they're
probably
happy.
gonna do that.
Oh man, I'm having all kinds of mouse trouble tonight.
Well, that's no fun.
No, I hope it doesn't stop me from playing. I need to update my computer, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so we're reconnected. And I think I need a little moment in conference too.
Well, sure, we can do a little bit of that now, I guess. Rob, are you still with us, or have you bowed out for your conversation?
I haven't gotten the call yet, so.
Okay. Well, let's see here. Stigler is saying the adjustments to Wellington's victory, resulting in Winter's victory, look at first glance to be really good ones. I got my copy today, and I'm very excited about it. Well, you can't do any better than whatever Stigler has to say. So it's gospel. So, well, good. I'm glad that you're happy, Stigler. Yeah, I'm curious to find out how everyone's dealing with or happy with the rules or whatnot. So, okay, well, if we want to go and chat a little bit on the French side, we can go do that, I guess, while we've got a few minutes to burn.
Thank you. I'll see you there.
Okay, cool. All right, we got everybody in?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what's cooking over here. So for you, Mitch, tell me what it is that you've got questions about, or what is it what you want to try to do, or what are you thinking about?
Well, okay. All right. So item 1 on the agenda, he's got all that tired cavalry right in front of me.
Correct.
So that seems vulnerable.
Sure.
So I want to attack that stuff. And I'm just kind of wondering what the best course of action is. And then I had a question about the prolonging rules.
Okay. So
In our rule set, can infantry cannon prolong into the zoc of a horse?
yes, you can, but you would be potentially vulnerable to a opportunity charge. So if you prolong forward, then they
Can
could.
tired cavalry do that?
Tired cavalry can opportunity charge. So they can't do a regular charge, but they can do an opportunity charge. So anything that moves within basically 2 hexes out of their
What
front.
if I charge them first?
If you charge them first, then they're going to be pinned, right?
Can I shoot at them while they're charged?
Yeah. So if you charge them, then they're pinned and they can't go anywhere. But
Okay, so here's my thinking. So I got
Yeah.
that 610 right there by my cavalry, right?
yeah,
And I got that 714, and I
Right.
got that 215. So as long as I keep my light and my lights,
I'll be back in 1 second, guys.
okay,
and then over on the other side, I got the 610 and a 410, right? So if I
right.
bring the 610 and the 410 in, I can prolong the artillery to the shall we call it I'm going to call it the southeast,
Okay.
1 hex each, and then I can just charge with the heavy cavalry right in the hex they're in. I can bring the 714 and the 215 up to occupy the hex in front of the 610 he's got. I know it's not necessarily my best. Or B, I've got the 410 in the way back with Suchet. I can
Mhm.
bring him up too. And I'm just kind of wondering if you think I'm onto the right kind of idea here.
Well, so here's your situation. If you do something like that, your cavalry is going to be exhausted, and his cavalry is going to be exhausted as well. But his cavalry tends to be, I mean, most of them are a little bit on the bigger side than what you've got.
But if I get
Um,
a point blank blast with a cannon, I could do some pretty serious damage and maybe disorder them.
well, you can do serious damage with where you're at right now,
But
and
I
you
get
would.
double if I go one more hex up, right?
Well, it's not going to double it. It's just going to move it up one peg. So right
Oh, it's not
now,
a doubling.
it's
Okay, I
not
thought
a
it was a
doubling.
doubling.
No, so that's different from the other regs. So I mean, right
Okay,
now where you're at,
because there's a huge advantage to being close in Regs 30. You know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, double is like whoa.
yeah.
You know,
No,
smithereen stuff.
yeah, no. So where you're at right now, they're in column formation. So you're looking at 36 to 6. You're got 6-1 odds on everybody. And so therefore, moving forward is only going to tempt a potential reaction
One
charge. Yeah.
Okay, so I see. Okay, I got it. I misunderstood.
And so what happens is with the opportunity charge, in Premier rules, if you do the opportunity charge, whoever the opportunity charge is now obliged to assault them. So that means that you move your guns forward, and now your guns, who have got the it probably adds up to what 4 melee points, have to go up against whatever is you're going to be on the 1 to 2 odds or worse. So it's not a good thing to do, generally speaking. So where you're at's fine right now, but the real situation that you're going to be facing here very shortly is he's got his objective is to try to put one or more of the different corps that you're in charge of on a level. So right now, the Lons Corps is just one battalion away from going on a level. And so we want to try to prevent that from happening if at all possible.
That's not going to be possible in this game, is it? For me to stay on level?
Well, if you have a unit completely, if you get so far you've had like 3 that have been completely destroyed. Not you, but
he destroyed one. He destroyed one completely last turn.
Yeah. So, but that's not the first one that's happened to. So I think altogether there's 3 battalions from Lon's Corps that have been completely eradicated due to surrender.
Yeah, I don't take care of this cavalry. They're going to keep doing it to me too.
Well, yeah, and the other thing is he's got this guard infantry coming up. Now the guard infantry, there's a peculiar rules that the Marshal Enterprise guys have, whereby elite units like guard that have a morale of say 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, something like that. If it's somewhere in those teens, and the lower it is, the better it is. If they come up and you were to wanted to assault them, and you took a fire hit from them, you would have either anywhere between a -6 and a -12 for each fire hit that you took. Now, similarly, if they're on the offense and the same phenomenon happens, and they go to
better
assault,
guns, better troops, so I can't fight it. Is what you're telling me.
So what I'm saying is, what you need to do is you're going to need to pull some of your frontline infantry as best you can. Try to pull them back and hide them or screen them behind your cavalry. So you do fortunately have a.
So I can't attack.
It's not going to be worth you. I see you getting shot to pieces if you try to come out and attack right now, because he's got enough firepower that's going to be a problem
roll
for
out
you.
my guns and put them on, and move them.
No. You could keep them where they're at.
Range 2 guards now.
Yeah, you could keep them where they're at right now. But like that 5-7 that got all shot up, you need to get them out of there. The 7-7 is in danger of getting rolled up here shortly too. Over in the woods, over there to the left, you've got that 6-7 that doesn't have much left to it. You need to get them out of there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and so what you're going to want to do is, you've got your hussars, those 515 with the blue jackets, sort of the powder blue. There, they can go
Uh-huh.
into skirmish mode, and you can use that then as a way to kind of prevent him from. That's going to slow down any movement of his infantry. But you want to kind of keep that back away so it doesn't get chopped up by his cavalry either. So right now where that 5-8 grenadier is, they're behind your, I can
Uh-huh.
say north of your 7-7. That might be a good spot to put the skirmisher, and he's going to occupy 2 hexes. And then your
So I shouldn't
other.
try to. Okay, so I shouldn't try to melee these horses with my troops as well,
No, I think
because
your
I
best
saw
bet
you
is to.
decimating stuff over
Yeah, I
there. And I
think your
thought, well,
best
this is my
bet
time
is
to get on
to.
the decimating.
Yeah, I think your best bet is to try to do a lot of damage to them with your artillery. He's still got some cavalry back behind that could attempt to do a charge. So you want to
Mhm.
try to maintain your freshness so you can do something. And then I would say you've got like this stack
But if I
of.
also engage with his cavalry, then they don't get untired, right? Because then they're
If they get shot up, they don't get untired. So if they take a hit, they won't be able to. That's going to put back their recovery by
Can I
another.
take on his 11-10 with my 6-10 and my 4-10?
I would soften it up with the artillery. So I would say take a shot at.
Can I do both? Can I do both?
You could, yeah, you could. But if you move, well, you'll just have to see what he ends up doing. I mean, because he
Oh, it's our
can
turn, right?
still,
It's
yeah,
our
it's
turn.
our turn, but he can still opportunity charge, kind of stuff. So
Yeah,
you might.
yeah. For me, he has that 12-15 sitting there. Do you see that one? Cavalry, that light cav. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I kind of worry about that one. Yeah.
So here's the thing with that. That's a little easier to deal with, right? So if he opportunity charges, he can only do one opportunity charge. And if you're moving infantry down there, you got more infantry that you can throw in case one of them he opportunity charges it and they run away.
Okay. My other question is, do I assault his gun sitting there?
I wouldn't. Not this turn.
They're just gonna. Otherwise, I can try to get around them. But he just like vaporized one of my battalions last turn. He put 4 hits on it.
Yeah, and that's going to happen. So you've got to get around the backside of him in order to have a chance to do anything.
Can he
otherwise,
hit me with that artillery here? Can he hit me with that artillery there?
He can hit you. No, he's only. I mean, he can't hit you there right now. He can only shoot defensive fire into something that's adjacent.
Well, he's going to just decimate me with these guns he has up here, right? I mean, it's going to be brutal here pretty quick if I don't do something to stop him.
Well, he's only got the one gun that's up there now. All the rest are way back, and it's very hard for him to limber them up.
Oh, he's been doing that every time. He just limbers them up, rolls them up, unlimbers them. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Okay, well,
he does that every turn.
He's been lucky.
No problem.
Yeah, most of the time it's a little bit trickier to do with the Russian guns, and certainly the Austrian guns are not so good. So I would say, I wouldn't go charging forward because you're going to be charging forward into his line, into his elite units and everything else. I would say try to get back, try to get your cavalry. So don't have, like, you've got those 2 6-10 units stacked with each other. Spread them out. So that way, one hit doesn't send them both, routing away, kind of a thing.
I
But
was
yeah,
going to put them all together and charge with him.
yeah, but all he has to do is stand, and then now you've got a, you know, what are you going to do? You only get the benefit if you can go 3 straight, right? So most of your guys can only go 1 straight or 2 straight. So you're not going to be getting the charge bonus of going 3 straight and being doubled against them or
Well, what
anything
is
like
the
that.
rule on what constitutes 3 straight against, like, from here to here?
You're going to have to
Because
turn the
reg
corner
30,
somewhere.
this pass here would be 3 straight.
Yep. No, not in this one. Yeah. No, in this one, that would be you're turning the corner, right?
Because there's no, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's, and so, love it or leave it. These are some of the issues with Premier rules. Yeah, so I would say what you need to try to do is, pull back somewhat, get your infantry back where it's not going to get hammered. The other guys, keep sending them around the corner, but keep your cavalry behind your infantry, so that way you can preserve them for when you might need them from him doing something with his cavalry. But so go ahead and take a look at that, figure out what you want to do. But I would say keep maintaining your cavalry readiness is going to be important, and then you just use your guns and let your guns do the work as best you can. And then Robert, over on your side,
I'm just going to keep heading them toward the swamp area there, but not go too far.
Yeah.
And then
I'm confused.
I was thinking about the 16 increments with Friant. Maybe I would send them off the road for the 3 points.
Yeah, that's fine. You could do that.
So I got guys in line. I'm not going to be able to get away from them.
Not easily. Yeah, because we don't have a line backup rule here. So, I mean, the one thing you could do would be to charge his 11-10 just with your dragoon, that 313 dragoon, as to soak him off. And then you can bring up that other heavy that's there in the back to cover your guns, to do like a reaction charge. But otherwise, yeah, if you turn your 7-7 around to march him away, he could get opportunity charged, in the rear or in the flank. So he's just in a tough spot. So yeah, you might just want to do a charge with that 311. You're not going to be, and then you try to blast it with your guns, and you hope that your guns maybe cause it to rout. They're on
Could
a
I
level.
rotate my guns as part of a pronate?
So if you do that, I don't know if it would. I don't know if it's going to trigger an opportunity charge. It may or may not. So that, not right now. Thanks, James. Yeah, I know it would trigger opportunity fire, but not. I don't know if it would trigger opportunity charge. And so that other 6-factor guy that's over there, or 9-factor guy. Yeah, the 6-factor guy with Liechtenstein. You wouldn't want him to charge your guns. But yeah, it wouldn't hurt you to turn those, just so that you have more stuff. Let's see what it says here.
They're probably waiting for us up there. They're going to probably.
Well, yes. Well, this will be the last question. Okay, so you could turn them, and it's not going to trigger an opportunity charge. It's only if you're moving within those two hexes that would trigger an opportunity charge. I mean, that's moving into, so not simply moving.
All right. So I think I'm gonna throw caution to the wind a little bit, and maybe I shouldn't. I guess I shouldn't.
Well, so here's the thing, Mitch. You can do whatever you'd like to try. I mean, we're not playing the game to win. We're playing the game to have fun, and particularly for you and Keith before you, to learn how the game works and to get a better handle of it.
Okay.
Because, everybody else, for the most part, has played La Bataille a fair amount, and some people have played it a whole heck of a lot. And so the idea for you to try stuff out, see what works, see what doesn't work. I don't want to tell you what to do. I want you to sort of
Mhm.
figure it out. You're seeing how
The
Brennan's
cavalry
playing.
charges will happen before movement. So any sort of straight lining, I got to get that sorted out before. And so
Right.
there's
And so that's part of it, is when you are setting things up. So if you ever watch what I'm doing on my side, a lot of times I will have things set so that I'm thinking the turn ahead. All right, I've got the cavalry lined up. It can charge down this line. There's an empty slot, and I can then hit whatever.
So what if I charge? I'm just throwing this out here. What if I charge from these guys back here,
Yep.
and they can charge straight forward against these guys here,
Yep.
right? And I pick up these guys too, and I stack up here and I charge just those 2 units against this bad boy.
So if you charge this one that's back here, you don't need to charge this one. That guy can do the move in melee. He can move in, and then he could join the combat, or he could just stay where he is and cover the guns in case Brennan charges up the line. So you don't necessarily have to commit him.
Although he's going to be just massively more powerful than I am, aren't he?
Well, he's tired. If you charge 3, and
but he's an 11, and I'm a
he's a
3.
10, right? Yeah, that's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
you're doing it for the sake of getting your infantry out of there. If we're looking at it that way, you're sacrificing a pawn to save a knight, or whatever methodology you want to use.
So I can charge over those cavalry. It's not a problem.
It's not going to violate stacking or anything like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right. Thanks you for all those questions, and I'll go ahead. So when they do if there's any cavalry charges, I'm going to have one there.
Yeah. And just so you know, the leader who's stacked with that cavalry, Suchet, he's an infantry leader. So you might want to put him with any of the infantry that needs help or assistance. So, when you're kind of getting everything set there, you want to think about, okay, I need my cavalry to cover the guns. I need my cavalry to be in a position where it maybe could come out and fight, or it could come out and do an opportunity charge against the enemy. So there's a lot of things that are going into play for you, not only thinking about, okay, what am I doing this turn as far as damage to the enemy, but also getting things set up for what you want to do next turn, kind of a thing.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Let's see what happens. All right. I'm gonna do a cavalry charge because I want to do one.
Okay. Well, good. Then when we get back, I'll say, are we doing cavalry charges? You mark your charges. I'll mark my charges, and we'll all be good. And that's it. Okay. Let's go check in with the other guys.
Eric,
yes.
Quick, sorry. Real quick. That massive stuff where the cavalry is that he has and all this up here.
I'm going to take care of all of that. I'm taking care of all of that.
Okay. How about the 6-7 there? Do you want to flank that one?
I'm going to surround it. So if you will let me have this cavalry and this unit here.
You'll move those? Okay.
Yeah, I'll move those, and then you take care of these. And then the one thing you want to do, Robert, is send Sol back to the one of the guys that's routed, and then you can send Devu back to this other guy that's routed here by the vineyard. Okay. Right. So send those 2 guys back to help bail out the guys that are on that are shot up.
Do I have any cavalry leaders over here or not?
You do. You've got cavalry leaders that are stacked with these guys here. So you've got a
okay.
You've got a cavalry leader here. You got a cavalry leader there. Over here, you've got, I think.
Can I move them into the stack with the charge?
Yeah, you could. You could after the fact. So you do the charge, and then during the movement phase, you can move the leader to join the combat.
Okay, because I probably want to get a little bonus there on that. So right
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
then you've got this guy back here that's you got a guy who recovered who's exhausted. You want to bring him up half movement, then he'll only be tired. So you want to try to get him in so he can be helpful. So
Okay,
okay,
got it.
cool.
Okay, thank you.
All right, and just remember any of his units that are avant-garde units, which is all of the Russian units that are here that
Mhm.
are not guard. They are on a level, so they have a -4 on their morale check. And that includes the cavalry. So like this 1110,
Mhm.
it's part of the avant-garde. If it
I'm
takes
just
a
hoping if I
hit,
charge it, he might make a morale check failure, and he'll be out of the action for 2 turns.
right? Yeah. So I mean, it'd make a morale check, obviously with the fire combat that you're going to do from the guns, because I think it'd be hard for you to miss at 6 to 1. You're going to do at least
Mhm.
one hit. So, but just remember, he'll have a -4 on that morale check. So, all right, let's pop up, guys. Thanks.
Is that it?
You
All
can
right.
be bold, brave, and deadly.
Thank you for your patience, everybody. So,
Yes, thank
this
you.
is our challenge, as I said, on West Coast, trying to get over here and catch up with everything. So, I think we have some vague idea of what we're doing. So, it's time for cavalry charges. And I'd like to say I have at least one cavalry charge.
I have at least one as well.
Okay.
I don't have anything.
That's
Oh,
all
come
right,
on. You're not
Robert.
going to charge my squares down there?
Oh, if it will entertain you.
Are you not entertained? So
I'll bring some artillery up instead.
there you go. That's half as much fun. All right. I've marked my guy for a charge.
So where do I get the markers for?
So if you click on the unit itself and you
Okay.
go to what is it here?
Oh, charge. I see it.
Yep.
Boom. There it is.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Where's your unit, Eric? Can you flare it?
Sure. It's these guys right here.
And I have one last rule question. If I
Sure.
have some units that have the 3-hex line charge,
Yep.
and I have some units that don't have the 3-hex line charge, are they the ones that do have the 3-hex line? Are they still doubled? Then the other ones not be?
So each unit is separate. So
Okay.
for example, for the 3-hex charge, so if you wanted to get the benefit of the 3-hex charge, so this guy here isn't going to get the benefit going forward just
Right.
2 hexes. This guy here could. He can go over the top of the other chap, and he would then go 3 straight, if that's what you're thinking about. But this guy could.
Can I charge over infantry, or is that a problem?
If you charge over infantry, everyone's got to make a morale check with a -6. So your infantry is going to make a check, you're going to make a check, and you're going to have that penalty.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You better have a good leader.
You have Napoleon, and you can do shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pull it off.
Yeah.
Or who was it? Who was the other cavalry leader you got down here that can do that?
We got Marat, who is nearly godlike. Okay. All right. Mitch, did you want to do your charge first? Your charges first?
I'm
Okay.
gonna start moving the charge marker, and I'll pick
Yep.
up the unit in just a second. So here he comes.
So
He comes over
3,
this guy. Not a
4.
problem.
So
Just boom here.
Yep.
So I'll put him there. I'll pick up his loss that goes with it.
Right. And then what you would do is ask Brennan if he wants to reaction charge
Okay.
those guys.
Do you want a
when they
reaction charge?
What's the target of the charge?
the cavalry.
So this cavalry is tired. It's tired. If it stands there, is it like further halved, or is it just like it gets halved for the entire demand that?
So if it just stays there, then it's still tired, but when combat happens, Mitch's cavalry will be doubled for having gone 3 straight.
Okay,
So-
yeah, no, it'll just stand there.
Okay. Cool.
So this guy's going to come over too. He's going to join the charge.
So he's got to go. So
He goes
in
boom,
the
boom.
No, he can't go there.
yeah. So
Why not?
the cavalry, while in normal movement, it can move out through its side, any of its front-facing hexes.
Uh-huh.
During the charge phase, it's got to move out through its front hex as the very first one it does. And then after that, you can turn it, but it's like a torpedo. It's got to go out through that front-facing hex first.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
So, for example, this guy here could go here 1, and then he could turn 2, 3,
Okay,
4,
then we'll do
and
that,
5.
guys. Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so
Right. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense.
And was the 410 unit charging
Yes.
or just moving? Okay. Is it possible for 2 cavalry regiments from different sources to charge together?
That was my question earlier. If that's not legal, I'll obviously back that out.
Right. So
Yeah, they can certainly move up, but I'm not sure they could charge like that.
yeah. So that is minutia that I'm not aware of. So Mitch, what you could do instead is have he could move into that hex and join it during the movement phase and melee it. But it doesn't do you any good to charge because you're not getting any doubling or anything like that anyway.
Right. Yeah.
So it would make more sense
okay.
if it's just a case
Just
where
to
you want
move
to
it
add him in. And this is something that's unique with the premier rules.
Yeah, obviously.
Because with all the others, you got to charge.
Okay. So there's
but
no
with-
advantage to me.
There's no
charging
advantage
until
for
after
that
you're-
guy to charge.
Okay.
You
Then
could
let's
move
just
him,
forget
and then he can join the melee
Analysis shows too many
um,
variables.
with the
Okay.
yeah, and that would be.
Can
a
you
more-
move him back? I'm having all kinds of mouse problems.
Yeah, I'll be happy to.
Thank you. I'm trying to get my mouse to come back on.
There's really no reason to charge her at all that I can see.
Got it. Thank you for letting me work that out. So I just
Okay.
have the one charge.
Yes, you just have the one charge. Okay. All right. Now I have a charge over on my side. And the leader is going to sit out on this one because he doesn't want to suffer any more than usual. All right. So I'm going forward. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. I'm declaring these guns the target of the charge. Do you want to reaction charge, David?
Yes, I think we do.
Okay, go ahead and roll. See if you can do it.
Okay. We're using this. Yeah, well, you can see who it is.
This is the only unit that has a line of sight
Yeah,
on me. So,
Okay, so here we go.
oh,
No.
he doesn't.
Well,
All
I
right.
get that out of my system. So let's roll. these
Yeah,
six next.
David, it's probably safer that they didn't. I mean, like they'll take the guns, they'll take a morale check, but
Yeah.
they have a chance of passing it.
All right, all right. So then I move up here, and then the guns have got a -3 for heavies, -6 for being on a level, so -9 altogether.
David, you could also, if you want, you could countercharge with the orange hussar over to the left.
He doesn't have a line of sight on me.
Line of sight not required for reaction charge, or yes, it is. Okay.
Yeah, it's for reaction charge. It is for opportunity charge. It's not.
Thank you.
Yeah. So,
Okay,
Pope.
now I got to do a roll.
yep,
Okay.
one more.
Why the -9? I'm not.
Yeah, just roll badly again. I'll be very happy.
Oh,
Oh, you
54.
didn't do it.
Bad.
All right. Curse you, Red Baron. Well, that's why the leader didn't go in. Because we figured it's sort of a
Gonna be a
suicide mission.
whiff of grape shot down there, ain't there?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I have nothing left of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, why not use it?
Yeah.
Something
Well,
like
and it was worth, all I needed was another bad roll, and they would have gone poof. Not to
There,
be.
more where that came from. Okay.
Exactly. All right. Well, now it's time for movement, I guess. So,
Okay.
I guess we can go to our various and sundry respected rooms and see what we can sort out. Mr. Mignoret, would you like to
Yes.
meet me down in game room 1?
Absolutely.
Brennan, how about game room 2?
Okay. Are you here, David? Hello, David.
I'm here.
Ah, okay. There for a second, I couldn't hear you. So, all right. Well, let's see here. I've got a little bit of shuffling to do over on this side of the map. So let me go ahead and move this guy over. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, oh, I see you're up in the woods. Okay.
Yeah, I'm moving people in the woods here a little bit. And then this guy can go here. That should be good. This guy's going to go here, and this guy's then going to go up 1, 2. He's going to go here, and he will be in general order. They're going there. They're going there. That leader's going there. Let's see, those guys are going there. What do I need to do? I need to attack more stuff. I need to attack everything. All right.
Yeah, now, do I have a line of sight where I could countercharge that artillery that shifted over?
You don't, because I'm in your flank.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if I'd moved from somewhere else into your front,
Oh,
it
you're in
would.
line though. Yeah, I got
Yeah,
you.
you're in line. So that's kind of what's up with that.
Yep.
Yeah. Now here I got this guy here. He's going to advance right there. Do you want to reaction charge him with your dragoons, or opportunity charge him, I should say?
No.
Nope. Okay. Cool. Let's see. What else can I do? I'm going to move these guys back. And these guys will go here. Let's see, these guys over here, what's left of them? A little bit. All right, they're going to come forward. Right there. Do you want to opportunity charge him with these hussars?
No.
Okay. All right, these guys are going to come forward here. Do you want to opportunity charge them with the hussars? Are you still thinking, David, or had you said no?
Oh no, I don't want to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
So-
Cool.
I didn't hear it for some reason.
Yeah, I sometimes
Yeah.
my mic has been cutting out. Okay, so
Yeah.
these guys are going to just park right here. And then these guys can move up, and these guys can move up, and I got these guys. They'll just go here, and they will turn and park themselves right here in. Yep. Oh, actually, they'll turn that way. All right, those guys can go there. And this guy is going to pull out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right over there, I think. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So that guy is surrounded. These guys can move up then. Here. And these guys will just shift here. And these guys can go there. And what's that guy got? He's going to go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gets him across the creek. Okay. Now it's time to make some more attacks. So 1, 2, 3 gets him there. And we'll do that instead. Do you want to opportunity charge this guy with your... Nope. Okay. All right, let's shuffle some more people around here, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Before I do that, I'm going to move my cavalry back 1, 3. Okay. Okay. And then I got some artillery that needs to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get those guys over there. These guys can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. What else do we need to do? Those guys are lined up. We'll bring some guns over. 1. 5, 6. Okay. All right. Surprisingly, I yeah, I think I'm kind of done with my people for what little it's worth.
Well, we'll see what the result of the decisions turns out to be.
That's the way it usually works. Well, you know, actually, I'm going to unlimber those guns. I'm going to move this guy over here. And those guys will unlimber here then.
Is David Clark in the room with us, or is he?
I think he and Robert are doing their own thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. At least I don't hear them. No, they're up in the lobby. All right,
Okay.
we can do defensive fire. You've got a few spaces where there's defensive fire. Obviously, there where the cavalry are going to be ceasing to
Yeah.
exist very shortly.
Oh, I hope so. I sincerely hope so.
Oh, trust me, I don't think you
yeah.
could fail. You're going to have a 10-to-1 shot, and the least
Yeah.
amount you could do is 2 hits. So they're just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I
About
said,
as old-
I was hoping for, you know, two bad die rolls instead of just one.
Well, let's see what happens, Eric. You may get your wish. Here it goes.
Oh, it's still
31.
it's 3. It's only got 2, so they're off to the boneyard. All right.
Well, there will be no melee there. So.
Yep, no melee there, so we can go ahead and remove that. We'll just have to see if we can't charge him next turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just keep doing it until eventually something's going to happen.
Or he's fortunate enough to get away.
Yep. So, okay.
What else have we got?
Well, if you want to do the fire for these guys here, you can.
Yeah, that's sort of in my
Yeah.
area.
So this guy is 6 increments. I mean, he's got two increments, so it's 6 to 9 against
we'll shoot
anybody.
At the guard guy there.
Okay, go ahead and roll. So that's a miss. And then the other chap is in column, and he's worth 4, so 4 to 9. So it's a 1 to 2 shot.
Oh yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Here it goes. No, 14.
That's no good.
No.
I would have
Now
liked
let-
that on your morale check,
I'll
but
let
oh.
David handle the rest of them.
Okay, then we'll do that. So I'll do my fire on you here, since that's just where we left off.
Yeah.
So I've got 7 increments times 3. I've got 21 to 6. So that's going to be 3 to 1. Oh, 13. That's a miss.
Ooh.
All right, here, these guys, that's going to be 16 plus 12. That's going to be 28 to 9. That's going to be 3 to 1. 55 at 3 to 1. That is a palpable hit.
Ooh.
They still exist.
Yeah. Okay, now I got to do a roll. Let's see what it comes up as. a
Actually, you don't, because they're grenadiers. They check on
they're
even.
grenadiers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your other infantry that checks anytime it takes a hit. All right. Then here I've got these chaps plus these guns are firing on your dragoons. So the infantry are worth 12, and then the guns are going to add in another 10. So I'm going to have
Yeah.
25 to 6. So it's going to be
It's,
4 to 1 odds with a plus 6, I think.
Yeah.
Yep, here we go. So that's good enough for a single hit at 4 to 1.
Oop.
And make a morale check with a -6 for them. $62. They're
I think
happy.
they-
Okay.
I accidentally dropped the marker. Take
Yeah,
that. Can you
yeah.
take-
I'm taking it off. I don't know what you hit there, but
Yeah.
all right. Then I got more shooting. Over here, these guys here are firing into your flank of these
Oh
guns.
yeah, I know that's gonna be ugly.
Yeah. So, what have you got there? You've got 5, 15, plus 19. That's going to be what, 34? And then you split that in half. So you got 17 in each hex. So it's going to be a +8, plus 12 for Napoleon. So it's 10 to 1 with a plus 20. 64. That's 5 hits. So
Yeah,
that's
spread
going to
'em out.
eliminate the top unit. That's the whatever those guys were, Cossacks or something.
Don't you spread after the first hit? Don't you spread it out among the other units?
At longer range, you do, but at point blank, the top unit takes the brunt of it, as I recall.
Drop him in the dead pile.
Yep, off to the bone pile for him.
And then I will do a morale check.
Okay. Although actually you don't, because none of the other units technically took a hit. Right? They would only make a morale check if they...
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So once again, it's one of those... one of those premier peculiarities, if you want to think of it that way.
Tons of grape shot pouring into their flank, and they're not at all disturbed by it. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's just some other poor guy got blown up. So, all right, then I got these guns are going to fire on your heavy cavalry here.
He's taking 6 losses, so there's going to be no more modifications for his density.
Well, there will be, because you now have you've got now 29 increments in those 2 hexes. So that's about 15 increments in each hex. So now it'll only be a +6 on top of the plus for Napoleon. So, all right. So these guns are going to fire on your... Oh, yeah, you were talking about those guys. Yes, you're right.
That guy.
Yeah. So I've got 16. I got 30. So 30 to 6. That's going to be 5 to 1. Okay, let's see what we get. 23. That's good enough for a hit.
And increments lost. Okay, now a morale check.
Yep.
46. He's good.
Okay. Let me go ahead and clean this up since you added a... So when they've already got the hit on them...
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. It would be nice if you could just do that, and it would just update it.
We're working Vassal.
Yeah, it would be very convenient in that regard. Okay, so that's it as far as the shooting goes. So now what I want to do is I want to do some assaults. So I wanted to do an assault here on this poor guy. He's outnumbered. I've got, between these two, it's 8 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
And he took a hit from the guard, and he's
Yeah, drop him in the dead pile. There's no. I don't
well.
need
Go
him.
ahead and roll. I mean, if he rolls really well, he'll stand.
Here we go.
Nope.
No.
So he's actually going to disorder. So he sees all this stuff coming up, and he's going to run away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mark him. Oh. Here we go. Yeah. See where I put him?
Yeah. He just goes back 3.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Cool. All right, and then I'll have these guys advance. All right. Okay, good. I think that takes care of all the assaults on that side. I've got more stuff, but it's going to affect the other David.
All right.
So you got off easy on this one. Although what I could do is I can update tired markers and stuff like that
Yeah. Yeah.
while I'm in the neighborhood.
Do those as well.
Yeah, so Davu did not move anywhere this turn, so he's going to be completely happy. This guy moved less than half, so he's going to be happy. This guy didn't do anything, so he's going to be happy. The other guy didn't do anything either, so he's going to be fine.
So I rolled snake eyes and lost my leader.
Oh no, who was it?
That was a good one. His name was see.
Was he the leader of the heavies or the?
It was oh, I can't read it. It's so small. Let's see.
Oh, he was the light
Vassal?
cavalry. Oh, okay.
Vassal. Guard Napoleon.
Oh, yeah, that happens sometimes. It's the machinations of fate. So, what did you end up having? What were the odds?
I had good odds, 2.5 to 1, but I bounced.
Oh, wow. Well, as you said, this is the thing, and of course, a lot of us, we play this. You'll have something, and you'll have these are good odds, or this is good, or whatever else, and then you'll get a terrible roll.
I remember one of those.
Yeah. So that happened.
And my guns didn't produce much. They got a hit, but he made both his morale checks. So, no consequence really.
Well, but hopefully you chipped away a little bit at him. So
A little tiny bit, yeah.
yeah, every little bit helps. But when they take that hit, then it's going to delay their, recuperation period, kind of a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and his 11-10 is exhausted at least. So that's out of the commission for next turn.
Right. Okay. Well, that's kind of how it works, I guess.
Yeah.
Good. Where are let's go. I guess we can go up to the lobby. We're done on our side, except did you roll for recoveries and stuff like that yet or not?
No, not any recoveries.
Wait till the very end, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll wait until everyone's done with the shooting because we still have some stuff going on with
Meet everybody in the
with
lobby.
David. Yep. Okay.
Okay, you and I are done though. Eric.
Yeah, we're done to my knowledge. So I've got stuff with Mr. Plock, but I think you and I are set. Thanks.
Well, everybody is.
Yep, we're all here. Party time.
Eric St. Hilaire got knocked off his horse.
Shocking. We had another.
Yes.
We had another leader who got a saber thrust through the. Where did he get hit? Through the chest, the head.
It was a 2, whatever that is.
Oh yeah, that's through the chest.
He's dead.
He's
St. Hilaire's
definitely-
coming back at 6, but he'll find no battle when he comes back.
He'll find the campfires still burning
Yes.
potentially. So
Yeah.
all right. Well, what can you do? Um,
All right, so we were still doing some shooting here.
yeah, and I still have some stuff to do with David as well, for what it's worth. He's got a couple units that need to take a shot.
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
I figured. I figured either David would take care of it or we'd do it after we get here. So
David was justifiably worried about taking any shots there.
All right, we'll have these two guys in column. Oh, no, actually, we'll just have this one guy in column attack these guys here. So that would be probably what, 7 to 9. No,
the 1.5.
that's a Zilchi one. So we got 7 here, and I don't know what these guys are. I can't even read that.
There's a 9.
Wow, these guys are special.
No, they're lights.
Are they? No, they're not lights.
Oh, the top one is. Yeah, the top one's not. Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta look this one up. In that, I've been still going through that Swords Around the Throne. Oh my gosh, I talk about detail.
Oh, and it's hilarious too. He's got
Oh,
some
yeah.
really witty stuff that he throws in there.
I finished the chapter on the medical services, and I would not have wanted to ever be wounded. It's like you're liable to die from that more than anything
There
else.
was a YouTube video that was showing how they would amputate a leg, and it was set in Waterloo, where where the English had their hospital, their field hospital. But they showed exactly in very graphic detail what the surgeon would do. And
Oh,
you're
wow.
right. I mean, it would not be a pleasant experience.
Yeah, and they all competed to see how fast they could take limbs off.
Yeah. And I think it was the Napoleon surgeon. What was the guy's Legray?
Yes.
He came up with a technique that he could do a complete leg amputation in 90 seconds or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, he mentioned that in the book. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the book, you're reading the book. I think I've read that too. I can't recall the title.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
You got 1.5 to 1. So
Yeah, against these guys. So we'll do 1.5 to 1. Oh,
Boom.
yeah. Boom. Oh, a leader cat. Well, we'll take it back and give you a casualty.
yeah. All right.
What is his name? Same
thing.
Lebowski.
The
Good
big
shooting,
Lebowski.
Tex.
Lebowski.
The Chill Lebowski.
So
The Big Lebowski.
Yep, that's what the movie was really made about.
And
That's what a leg.
If he
wound or
wasn't
something?
killed, there's no morale check for it, right?
No, anytime
No,
that
there is.
they're
Anytime.
killed or
Mhm.
wounded, there's a
Yep.
morale check. Yeah.
Oh,
So
shooting
and
him did you a
and
favor.
Subtract 2. So
whatever. else.
In Rex 30, it's only.
oh
Disorder.
yeah, he's going to disorder.
So let me put him over there somewhere. He's going to be probably. And
Now, since I fired on that stack, I can't switch and then assault a different
Nope.
hex. can
That's
I?
correct. You have to assault the stack that you fired on, or the hex that's there. You couldn't then change. So, as tempting as that might be, can't do that.
Dave, move your Agarskis down to fill the gap. That's good. And I can't even occupy that hex. That even makes me more upset.
Yeah, no. So if you were playing with the with some of the other rule sets like Regs or Marie Louise or 5th edition, you would have marked the assault during your movement phase.
Right,
and then if
right.
something like this happened in the fire phase, you could still advance into the vacated hex. So that's the difference between them in that regard.
You might be required to.
It depends. I'm not sure. I mean, I have to read up on 5th edition again since we're going to be playing with that. So, Let's see. Stigler
Here I
also
got-
is not happy about battlefield amputations. I can understand.
All right. Yeah, 7 to 6 here.
Mm-hmm.
1 to 1. Oh, another
Oh,
hit.
another one.
Put a leader there. Yes. They have to make. Is it odd or even for the Russian?
So
Everything turned
any of them after their second hit, the regular troops are making morale checks. So those guys need to make a morale check. Nope. And off they go. And they got to go over the Argyrovskis. So then the Argyrovskis have to make a morale check, and they'll have a minus 6 because they're on a level.
And then maybe something if they're being gone over.
Nope,
no.
they're going to
Well, they're out
disorder
of
as
there.
well. Yeah. In some of the other rule sets, you would have it modified as well for routed units going over you or disordered units going over you.
You might want to put. Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then we have this artillery here. Fire at these guys.
You're
So that's
adding
range
the
of 4. So that's what 10, 20, 30.
yeah, you got 30 plus whatever your infantry next door is worth.
It's probably a 7. Okay,
Yeah,
37.
so you're going to have 4 to 1 odds.
4 to 1 with a plus 6.
6, yep.
30 to 45.
45, a single
That's
hit.
just it. All right, that's it.
All right, and David, that is David Plock. You've got this poor benighted guy here who gets to take a shot at either this fella or this fella. This one's got a fire defense of 6, if you care to think about it,
Why is he 6?
because he's a big fat target in line.
Oh, that's right.
Well, the other guy's a slightly smaller target. Oh, that's good enough for a hit. All right. Then I'm going to take a shot at you. So I've got 12, 12, 12. I got 36, and I'm firing in on your flank. So it's 7 to 1. 36 at 7 to 1. That's probably good enough for 2 hits, actually. Oh.
And he's at 4, then he's gone.
He's gone, and the leader doesn't have anywhere to go either. So
The leader was captured.
yeah. But he went down swinging. Stigler is saying, how many 6 results have we seen today? Well, there's been a fair number. And if you're not happy with it, you can just blame Vassal.
I think there's something to it. I know that that's a sore spot with Joel Uckelman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think everyone complains about it, but it is what it is. All right, then I've got this poor cavalry is surrounded, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 times 12. That's going to be what, 48? 48 to 6. We are up to what, 8 to 1 odds. Here we go. Let's roll the dice and see what we get.
Where do you get 4 times 12?
Here, right?
I
1,
see
2,
3 times
3.
12.
I'm sorry. No, because I have
he-
four stacks. I've got 4 stacks of units.
But he fought. Didn't he fire on that?
Oh, he did. You're right. I apologize. So I got 3. So it's
Okay.
only then
It's only 6
to 1. So that's still enough for a hit. And you make a morale check for what it's worth.
Bam! Oh, he's
66.
actually
They're very motivated. All right, and then the last assault that I had over here was on your cavalry. So I've got these three guys attacking. And you've probably got what? You've just got 2 increments left.
Yeah.
So you've probably only got, since you're exhausted, I would imagine you're only worth 2 points. So I'm at 5-1 with a +4 for Vendôme. So it's guaranteed to be destruction. But maybe I'll roll an 11 or 12 and get Vendôme killed. A 32. Oh, not today. All right, so they're toast. They don't have anywhere to go. And we can then advance into the hex. All right, slowly but surely reducing things here, I guess. Yeah.
I got an attack down here. So these 2 guys will attack these guys.
Well, no.
Oh wait, no, I can't. These
Just-
guys fired here.
Right. So,
So
just that
only
one.
these guys.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 8 to 3.
Right.
Yep.
2 to 1.
2-1. So they would make their the Russians would make their check. They're going to have a +3 for being in line, but a -6 for being on a level. So they just have a -3 altogether. And so they pass. And you're not going to have any pluses up or down.
Yeah. Ooh, that might be close.
Oh, you just
25.
barely squeaked it out.
Yeah. Okay, so I got 20.
I got a big 7.
So you're at not quite 3-1 odds. So it's going to be 2.5-1 odds. There aren't any leaders involved. So just roll
2.5.
the dice and see what you get. 33 is one of those lovely mixed ones. The attacker loses 0. The defender loses 1 increment. So you guys got in there with your bayonets stabbing away at each other.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, did you guys handle this? Well, okay.
Okay.
Eric, did you and Dave handle this over here?
No, yeah.
Yeah, we did. We already did the fire combat over there.
Okay.
Nothing happened. He missed and I missed. Everyone forgot to bring gunpowder that day.
I don't have anything more.
You gonna try this one?
Oh yeah. You're encouraging me, huh?
Maybe there's a reason for that.
5, 1-1. Just so I can move right next to your guns. Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's do it. Make a morale check.
All right. Should be enough.
Yeah. Oh, that's not
Oh.
enough for me.
Well, on the bright side, you'll be a harder target for his guns to shoot at.
All right. That's it then for me.
Okay, cool.
All right. So I guess it's time for disorder and route checks.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Robert, since we're all tuned in on your side of the map, why don't you go ahead and take care of your. You've got 2 routed guys from the looks of it.
Yes. Yeah. So I have this one here. Devu with him.
And Devu, I think, is what does he add in? Plus.
Oh, a 15. Nope, they're still going.
Brennan's rolling good numbers over there. What was that for,
Some
Brennan?
days you get the bear, and some days the bear gets you. That was the Cossack in the deep rear.
Why are you rolling for Cossacks?
Because they're on the right side of the map.
Okay, and I got this other one.
Are the
with-
Cossacks belong to us? Have they converted to being Frenchmen?
You know what? I must be near midnight on the East Coast.
I'm just
Sorry.
like, oh, we don't mind them defecting.
These
Yeah,
guys come back.
we're happy to have them.
Yeah.
Okay, Marshal.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's a great roll, Brennan. What are you rolling for?
keep on going.
Okay,
We've been playing.
we'll roll for this one right here.
Okay.
Oh wait, where'd these 2 hits come from? These are these
I think it's the guy that routed, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and so we'll roll for these guys. Yeah,
That's good enough.
And these guys.
Oh.
No.
He's going to bugger out.
Oh, geez, what did I just do? How do I bring him back?
Undo.
Back.
Hit
Just
the
go back.
undo button.
Undo button.
One
Far
on the-
left
all the way?
corner. Right under the word file. There we go. Yeah, that happened last week with David, one of his units. When you were trying to update it, it disappeared. We don't mind that so
Okay.
much when it's the Russians, but when it's the French, you've got this other chap here, Robert.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's with all these disordered guys?
I don't know. They saw Marshal So go backwards,
Oh.
and they said,
Nope. They
"This must
they
be where we're
routed
going."
too.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
All right. I've got some people that are still routed way up here in the woods. So with Rap, it's just a -1 on the roll. Let's see if this guy can finally recover. Ho! He's only been out of combat for like an hour or more. Okay. That's that. All right, this guy here. Oh, let's see. He's got a plus something for the leader. So it's just a -3. 62. Finally, they're feeling better. Let's flip him over to. All right. And let's see. I've got a cavalry unit here that's disordered. Let's see what they can do. 34. It's going to be a 24. And I'm not sure. Nope, they're going to keep running. All right. So let's head them towards the marching band. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, I got this guy here. And he's got just a -3 altogether. He's going to be fine. He's going to be exhausted, though. All right.
The 1 increment left of him.
Hey, just another one for me to, charge into David's guns there. I'll just keep doing it. Just keep, okay, there goes another unit and another. So
Last turn, they won the Legion of Honor, man. That was a great charge last time.
yeah, that one Dragoon did a very, very good job. Now, do I have anybody else? I think I got a disordered guy here. So he's half dead. He's disordered, so that's -9, but I've got a +4 for Drouet, so it's just a -5 altogether. Let's see what we get. 53. The Emperor is nearby. He doesn't want to embarrass himself in front of the Emperor. Okay. And they've got to be in column, so we will...
I take it that cavalry that charged, they kind of got blown away.
So it was 10 to
Kinda.
1. So even if you rolled an 11, it's still 2, and there were only 2 increments left.
2.
So yes, they went poof. But, you know, eventually, if I keep throwing enough cavalry at it, something will break. Something will go and run away. So we just have
Eric,
to...
we're not at the 2:00 turn, right? We're at the...
We should be at the 2:20 turn. Did it not get
Okay.
advanced last turn?
I'll move
Okay.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll roll for this guy in the back. The band, he fails.
Oh yeah, with a roll like that. Yeah. So he's going to move.
I got to be
1,
15.
2,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
Yep. All right. Well, hopefully he'll recover. Yeah, the band normally negates. I think it gives you a +6. So it helps somewhat. And you got a leader there, but an 11 ain't going to cut it unless you're stacked with Napoleon. So, all right. I think that kind of takes care of everything. Do we have anybody else who's out of order? I think I updated all of the...
There's one guy way up here. I don't know whose he is.
Where is he?
By Siwitz. That me or you?
Is it on your side of the universe?
It's on my side of the universe. I'll go ahead and throw a roll out there.
Well, so stop. Just flash where you are on the map. Oh yeah, no, he's yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 53 ought to do it done, I
Yep.
think.
I think he just blended in with the town and we forgot about him. He might have been sitting up there for a while. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he's been sitting there since Keith was running your side of the table.
Okay.
So, Napoleonic
well, we got him
early
back in the game.
camouflage. We got him back. We got him back in the game. He's going to make all the difference in the world there.
I'll take some more cavalry.
Yeah, it's not going to hurt to have some more. So, okay. Well, I think that should take care of everybody, hopefully. Any questions?
Nope. We'll see everybody next week.
All right. And I'm sure Brendan is going to hope that his Cossacks do so well next time.
That was really funny.
That was.
It's pretty amazing after whatever hour, have the mental acuity phase. It's just really interesting.
Yes. Yeah. Well, and are we planning on doing speed play there at Gettysburg where we stay up until, midnight?
We were typically wrapping around 5 or 6 p.m. last year.
Yeah.
Like we got a pretty good early start, but we didn't go into the late.
Well, and you guys will have a slight advantage over me since I'd be on a different time zone, but I will do my best to be perky in the morning for you, even though it'll be, depending on when we get together. So David and I are driving in on Sunday, late afternoon, and then we're going to set up the game and all that stuff on Monday morning in all likelihood.
Oh, and Jesse said he will be there for the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Okay.
He would like to join us.
Well, cool. So that should be fun. So we should then try to set something up. Yeah. No, that's good.
Okay. And maybe a little pre Discord meeting or something like that, so we can kind of all be on the same page.
Yeah,
when we
that
get
would be
there.
good, in fact, so that we can figure out, who wants to be on whose side, who's going to be there, some or all of the time. Yeah, just kind of.
Well, why don't you drop in like 8 o'clock on Wednesday?
I can try to do that.
Or sometime during the evening if we
So
couldn't make it
when are you
quite.
guys done with your thing on Wednesday? Because I teach from like 6:30 to about 8:30 on Wednesday nights. I got a couple of fencing classes that I do.
Oh.
So when are you guys getting together on Wednesdays? Are you there earlier in the day? Like what time? East Coast time are you playing?
We at East Coast we play at 8.
At 8, which is 5 o'clock
Right.
my
And,
time. Yeah, so I could actually
11 or something like that, but
yeah, I could tune in. I'll try to make a note to contact you guys on Wednesday, and then we can figure out who's going to play what.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Well, this was fun, and we will then catch everybody next Monday.
All right.
Yep.
See you then.
And it'll be
Take
the
care.
Revenge of the Empire there, right?
Thanks, everybody. Yep.
All right. Good night,
Bye-bye.
Brennan. Good night, David. And
Good night.
David.
Take it
And
easy.
Mitch. Good night, John Boy.
And good night from Texaco.